Good day, everybody. It's Max, and welcome back to InfraSpace GIGA. That's right. In today's episode, we're going to play a little bit within some industrial robots. Yeah, I know. We'll talk about industrial robots and a few things around that. We're also going to play a little bit around with districts because industrial robots will get messy if we don't use any districts with them. So chances are we're going to have to do that as well. And so that'll be one of two things to note. Before we get started, of course, I want to thank everybody that's recently subscribed, including Sir Corey. I was just getting things starting to set up here about 20 minutes ago, when I heard the alert go off, and sure enough, Sir Corey and, of course, the rest of the recent subscribers as they scroll at the bottom of the screen. I appreciate that very much. Of course, a big thanks to those in the chat and, of course, those who watch later on. I also appreciate very much. Two service items to note. But before we do that, I'll switch the screen over, I think, so as we can get the screen underway, all the things. Where is the buttons for that, Max? Yeah, do that. Yeah, we'll go with that button for a minute. So obviously, there'll be one more episode of this next week, and of course, on that final episode, we'll be wrapping up. The Canyon City side of things, but then returning to this map. I'm assuming I'll be able to return to this map. Unsure as of yet. We'll be returning to this map once terraforming comes back. That way we already have a city kind of underway, and then we can come back, we can play with terraforming, we'll have all the sciences up and running. It'll be a good time. So even though next week there'll be a final episode of this map, I'm hoping, because the last map, of course, we didn't get to do this, which is fine. That's what early access is all about. Sometimes they have to change the key code in the background for the maps, so you can't use them anymore. But in this particular case, that's what we're going to do. We're going to put this away after an episode next week, and then bring it back once terraforming comes out and the Eco series starts. The other thing to note is tomorrow would be my next Factorio episode, which is now going to move to Sunday. An item has happened, and I'm not going to be able to stream tomorrow on Saturday, which is when I would usually stream. So I'm going to move that to Sunday instead. So I will point these out at the end of the stream as well, just to make note. With that, I am now going to push the other button here, because there's other buttons to push. Hey, Average Dad, what's up? I hope things are all good in the neighborhood. And yes, let's talk about Canyon City. Oh yeah, look at this. We're getting closer to the end, people. We're getting closer to the end. 4 cubes to go. Wow. And of course, today we're gonna play with some industrial robots. Look at these guys over here, just waiting to be all hooked into Skynet to take over the world. And of course, along with Skynet and the industrial robots, we are going to play a little bit with districts. So as those robots will do what we want them to do, we're going to have them go into key areas. Just to have a little bit of fun with that. But we also have 2 more cubes to get online. That's right. Yep. And as we are working our way down the canyon. I mean, it's a beautiful sight, people. I mean, it looks good when you're flying down the canyon. It's all good in the neighborhood, and you kind of turn this way and this way. Now, I could actually put another cube right in here, because the edge of the map actually starts like right here. That being said, I had this open for emergency purposes, things like power and all that stuff at the beginning, right? So you just never know, but it does look good. I mean, it's cooking right along, and we got to get that hooked up. So that's actually mission number 1. Mission number 1, let's get hooked up these next 2 sectors here, and we'll get the 2 sectors hooked in, make sure they're up and running, and then we will actually go play with some industrialized robots hanging out over there in the corner, and hopefully they don't cause me too much trouble. Gosh darn it. Okay, so Max, how you gonna do this? Well, looks like I got a bridge here, and I got another bridge, and I got another bridge. I got bridges. Well, okay, that's great. I think I've lost count on how many things I actually have and what I got going on here. All right, well, okay, let's start with the latest 2. You got the latest 2 right here, Max. So you have traffic. It gets real confusing really fast. All right, so I do have traffic coming from this way. So I'm assuming these 4 outer lanes are not being used at all by the looks of it. Yeah, I would say that's the big thing. If I come down here, yeah, the 4 outer lanes aren't even being used at all. I must have missed it, but can you tell me what went wrong with the trains? So what went wrong with the trains is basically, well, I can't be sure what went wrong with trains. But here's my theory on what went wrong with trains. So we of course had the trains drop off at key stations into the Canyon City. And at the same time, we also had it dropping off at stations to be loaded onto trains. So let's take home robots here. Home robots would load onto a station, trains would pick it up, and then take it to a station hooked into a gondola, and then that would take that down into the city, and life was good. And it seemed to be working really good for the first... Well, it seemed to work really good with the first 2 sectors, and then even Sector 3 was fine. Sector 4 is when we started to notice a problem. So, it was kind of like Sector 4 kept running low on home appliances. Now, I mean, home appliances are right there. Right? I mean, they're not that far away. So literally the train station was there. The gondola was like right here. Like, it shouldn't have been a big deal. But I think in making the map bigger, one of the things I've noticed a lot of is, like, for example, home robots and home appliances, right? They will have a maximum of 6, right? So in fact, a lot of these have a maximum of 5 or 6. So that means they're storing, you're going to take 6 items, you're going to put it into this building, and then it's going to use at the rate, let's go with, where's my home appliances? So it's going to use 0.2 a minute, right? So obviously, if we have 5 home appliances full, it's using 0.2 a minute, okay? So that would be 25, let me see, that'd be 25 minutes, okay? But... I think what the problem is the call time. So when this gets down, I think it's like 2, I think it is, 2 or 1.5. It then puts a call out and says, "Hey, I'm running out of stuff, right? And if you don't deliver me that stuff in about 6 minutes, I'm going to degrade, right? I'm going to downgrade." Now, I don't know if the trains were causing this kind of confusion or if it's the new map size, but basically the items just could not arrive fast enough. Like, there was no traffic, there was no items, there was nothing blocking it. It just seems like when you add the trains to the mix, it can't calculate the distance or the timing required properly. And it's funny because, like, we add roads back in, these roads will be full of traffic, and I mean, take these sectors down here. These sectors are getting VR edumacation all the way from the other end of the map, and it's never a problem. It's perfectly fine, right? Yet, if I put trains on here, it doesn't calculate good at all. Like, it just, I don't know what it is with trains. And this is not really a surprise. I mean, I'll actually talk a little more about trains maybe later in the stream. Trains add a complexity to all games because unlike a road where I can say, okay, I have a truck that leaves that building over there and it delivers to this house here, and that distance is 44 seconds long, I can calculate that, right? I can do a calculation on that. But trains always add this complexity where it's like, well, the train doesn't leave the station until it has so many on board and blah, blah, blah. And it just adds a whole lot of extra math, which I think in a lot of games they don't get right. And then you always have to overcompensate. But even with the overcompensation, it still wasn't, like, this game doesn't ask for overcompensation. So, like, let's say you're using a train and, let's say you're calling for home appliances and you're thinking, okay, well, no problem. I'll just build more factories, right? So you build like an extra 10 factories of home appliances. And you'll say, well, no problem. Now I'll just put the extra appliances on the train, and then that way there's always extra. But this game doesn't call for the extra appliances, so it never delivers any extra in reserve, right? It's almost like, and this is another thing. Like you have all these buildings here, right? You have these storage buildings. Well, it's really too bad they didn't have like a storage building in the city that you could deliver extra stuff to then say, like you could overproduce home appliances and have those home appliances delivered to the city, into the city somewhere, and then as buildings required it, it would just call it from that depot, right? It would call it from the warehouse. And that way you could keep some extra on hand close by. But the game doesn't do that, right? So the game doesn't call anything until it desperately needs it. And for some reason it can't figure out the trains very well. It's not a surprise. Like I said, I've seen lots of games that add trains, and the next thing you know, it breaks them. Now, would I have more luck with trains having these all separated into their own little mini sectors now? Maybe. I'm not sure. But it's a hard call, right? And you hate to put in like 40, 50 hours work to do a city or a city strip or whatever, and then watch it all crash in 20 minutes because trains aren't working right or something's not working right in the game, right? So that is my very convoluted explanation as to why we had to take the train out, because I just couldn't get stuff delivered. It just wouldn't deliver it in time. And I don't know if it's because the extra big maps, they haven't recalculated the needs on when the building should make the calls, or is it a problem with trains in general where the trains aren't working, like just cause too much tie-up? It's not a traffic problem, I know that, right? But I'm just not sure where the problem lies, and that's kind of where it is, right? So with that, I guess I better hook something up. I mean, holy smokes, we need stuff. We need stuff here. So what do I got going on here anyway? I don't know. Well, I don't know. Again, it's not a real good answer because it's not a real answer, right? The problem is I don't know exactly where the problem is, but it's either the map's too big and it can't calculate right, or they didn't update the calculation numbers for a large map, or if there's just or if there's still a problem with trains that we just don't know about. It's kind of a bummer. I wish I had a more concrete answer, because I like the trains. I love playing with the trains. I mean, Transport Fever 2, all that stuff. I love trains. I just can't get them to work in this game. It's just, I don't know what it is. You just can't. Everything I try with trains, it just seems to get broken. And it's like, well, cars don't break. What's this little guy got on there? He's got, I think it's what's this side of the truck say? It's really tiny. Magnetic transport? Really, dudes? It's really hard to see because the sun, it's the time of day of the sun, so I can't see the exact size. I didn't realize these little trucks had little words on them. All right, anyway, nevertheless, I got to get this thing hooked up, and I got to make sure I get the math right on this. We got this one. They can share. Why can they share? Well, I guess it's okay for them to share. Is that a problem for them sharing? Sharing is caring, right? I think it's a 3-to-4 ratio. Oh, okay, that's what I'm doing. All right, that's fine. So, hey guys, what's up? Not much. Listen, we got a 3-to-4 ratio sharing going on. Do you want to be a part of the party? Okay, cool. We're gonna put some road in here, and we're gonna drag this down here, and do you want to kind of do it like this? All right. That's older road. All right, did you want to update this to newer road? I would say you must have built that when you didn't have the cool new road. There we go. We'll just update this road a little bit. So yeah, that's my $4.33 on the whole train thing, which is a bit of a bummer, right? I mean, I really would like to. I really would have liked to have played with trains, and you know, had it work out better, right? If that makes sense. Is that going to be tall enough? Yep. I will take that. Where are you going with this, Max? I don't know. Right about here somewhere, I guess. Sure. I think this is probably not the best idea you've had in a while, but that's all right. It's fine. It's going to be fine. Okay. I don't know. I think you're looking at a lot of traffic. Well, it should be okay. I think it's going to be okay. It'll be all right. It'll be fine. Hey, if they have a little extra traffic, it's going to be... It'll make it entertaining, if nothing else. I only need one of these roads for today, though. So we're going to do this, and then we're going to come up here and plug it into this. Yes, but I really would like to be able to fix this turn first. I'll tell you right now, working with this stuff is really tricky when you're working on an angle, right? All right, yeah, listen, just pretend I didn't do anything there, right? I need you to free float for me. All right, well, you're going to free float, but you're not going to free float too much when you get close to this road. Is that what you're doing? Is that what you're telling me? All right, well, listen, do that for me, would you? Let's go to this. Yeah, you're still kind of stuck on this whole grid thing. All right, well, that's fine. I'll work with it. There, I'll take that road. Boy, why'd you freeze up all of a sudden? Don't you dare freeze up like that, mister. We'll take this road. I mean, I might as well hook that other one in since we're already working our way down here. I'm not too concerned about getting them last two sectors up and running today. Wow, game, what are you doing? Holy smokes. I did read on their notes today. I was reading over their notes about how they're still working on some performance improvements, which is good because holy smokes, we could definitely use some performance improvements because I mean these lockups, right? Like it's like I don't know what it is about the lockups and well I have an idea about that. Obviously, if I put in a road and that road isn't touching anything, it automatically works. But if I put in a road and it's touching a road which is touching other objects, well, then it has to calculate those objects in the game, and that causes a lot of headache. I'll tell you right now, it's a lot of headache, people. Listen, I actually don't need these bridges here at the moment, so I'm going to take them back out because all this is doing is just confusing me. And anything that's causing me confusion right now has got to go, especially with my bum eye. My bum eye has to go. So this road can come out of here. Yeah, goodbye. See you later. I'll leave the angled road in just because it's such a pain to get in. But yeah, we'll do it this way. Yeah, so the angle road this part of the angle road can stay, but the rest of the road, the rest of this road can come out of here. We don't need it. There we go. In fact, I appear to be missing a road. I got to actually put one of these back in. Well, not one of these ones, but I got to put a piece of road in here. So let's see. Yeah, okay, we'll come underneath here. Now, how do you want to handle this one, Max? So everything from here on out is going to the right, which means the robots that are coming out here are going to join that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't even know if I can get this road in here. I just realized I might not be. You know what? You probably can, Max, but you're gonna have to do this little. You're gonna have to do this little cheat. All right. So you go in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you come over here, and now you can come back down. That being said, don't forget to connect this road back up because you forgot to do that last night, and boy, did I ever crash one of the sectors really hard. Oh man, that was not pretty. That was definitely not pretty. Whoosh. Yep. When you forget, so when you're doing a lot of road work like this, and then you like a lot of this double-decker bridge work, right? There's double-decker bridge work going on here. So I had to get that to work, you have to delete the bottom section to put in the top sections. Well, I had deleted this bottom section and had put in the top section, but then forgot to rehook up the bottom. Well, let me tell you, it did not go nice after I'd started the game back up. It was like, I don't know what you just did there, buddy, but we are not happy with you. And I was like, yeah, I can tell you're not happy. Yeah, I could definitely tell you're not happy. You were definitely not happy. Wow, it was really cranky. It was really cranky. Let's see. I need you to kind of do this little maneuver. Yeah, I need to do this, do that. Sure, that works for me. Now, yeah, this is where I need you guys. You guys are gonna have a road come join you, because you're gonna have a road come join you right about here somewhere. Yeah, right about there somewhere. Thank you. The other road can join right about. Do you want to see them driving over the bridge, Max? No, you're going to have to do it. I think you're going to have to do it this way. We'll do it this way. All right. Now, from here on out, these are going to have to be 3-lane roads because now we've got 2 things traveling along here. This is going to be yes. We need 2 strips here for some stuff, but we'll take care of that in a minute. Let's see. We'll strip this down. No, you don't need that one just yet, Max. You do need this one right to about here, and then you need to go up. We'll go up 2 and across, and then this actually goes down a little bit because we use the same road for this, Max. All right, down, and then you come down here, and then the other one is for the last 2. So we come to about here, up, something like that. Is that the road? Is it my road? It's my road. There we go. Something like that, and that will do that one. All right. And then this one here is just for the end when I want to do that last one. All right, there we go. So that's going to take care of that. Do you want to hook in the robots now? Sure. All right. Doing robots is really hard. So what I should have done is I should have started my robot factories from the front and worked my way back. But because I started them from the back and worked my way forward, see, I wasn't planning to use roads. I was using trains. Right? Because I was using trains, none of this road networking was supposed to be part of the plan. So it didn't matter to me at the time that I was starting the factories back here. But the problem is that, see, now I've got my bridges backwards, right? And so every time I hook up a new factory, it's like, which is why I'm just not going to bother with it. And I'm just going to do something like this. So we're going to do... let me see. We got this, like all these factories here, I think are like, we got these factories 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So these 2 factories are next. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sheesh. This gets nasty all over the place. Okay. And then we'll come down 1 for 5. Just getting this all connected is going to be a nightmare. I'll tell you right now. Sure. And then you're going to come down 1 for 4. I mean, don't get me wrong. It looks cool. It looks cool, but I'll tell you right now. No. You get off of there. Get off of there. You're supposed to be right. You're 5. Right? Yeah, I need you to come down to 4, dude. No, I need you. Yeah, see, this is where it's gonna get dirty. I knew this was gonna be a problem from the start. Listen, are you on the ground now? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. No, stop that. Yeah, I know you want to connect to that other road, but I don't want you connecting to that road, dude. So just give it up already. Okay. We'll come down 1 to 3. Let me tell you. Yeah, all right, there we go. Sure, stop there. I'll try and fix that afterwards. I don't need them bottom two. Well, I don't need the top two right now, but now I got to get roads. Get roads to connect to that. Sure, robot guys. I suppose I can't get you to connect to these two roads, can I? Nope. You're gonna have to go 1, 2, 3 here, and then 1, 2, 3 here, and then connect on that. And then this guy is going to have to go 1, 2, 3 here, and then 1, 2 here, like that. And then he's going to have to connect underneath. Boom! Look at that. I mean, it looks fancy. Don't get me wrong; it looks awesome. But anyway, okay. But I probably didn't need that. I probably didn't need that one right away anyway. So we're going to take this one now, and we're going to hook him down into this, and we'll hook. Actually, that could have all been 2-lane road. I just realized that, but we'll leave it as 3-lane road for now, and I'll just replace this one here. There we go. Let's see. What do you got here for an intersection? It's probably ugly, but we'll have a look at it. 1, 2, 3. I'm actually okay with that intersection. I'm actually all right with that. All right, so that's going to take care of robots. We got computers, home appliances. We got robots. The only thing left is VR education, and let's go get them some of that. You betcha. Now, do they need 3-lane roads? Nope. In fact, 2-lane roads in this case will be fine because that's the only thing traveling on this road. So we can do this. Do that. Actually, I just realized they don't need to come that far. We can actually delete all that road. We'll do something like this. You don't need this road anymore, dudes. It's too far down here. It's too far down. And I know average day. I know you really want me to see playing with industrial robots. And as soon as I get these cubes online, that's exactly what we're doing. We're playing with industrial robots, and of course we're going to launch a few more freaking lasers because that's what we do. Laser beams, people. That's what we do. We play with laser beams. Okay, are these ready to go? I just realized I might have messed this up too, but for now I'm not too worried about it. I think I can. Let me see. Did I? Oh, right. Yes. Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2. Right. Everything good there? Everything good? That road is going the right direction, right? Here, you better make sure, Max, because if we get this wrong, it's really bad for you. All right, there we go. For now, what I'll do is I'll just do a little slinky bridge like this. I will fix that up afterwards. Once the factories get going, I can swap these highways around and then line these up properly. All right, so that's them online. They're going to come down here. Yep. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yep. Okay, here we go. So you're going to come off of this road here. Dude, you could have brought that road down by now, right? Yes, you can. All right. Do this. Do that. Slam it into there. And then do this, do that, do this. Make sure that it all looks good. Yeah, it looks pretty good. We'll take that. And the other one is for over here. You shorted yourself by 1, but that's fine. We'll do that. Do this, do that, and we'll just move this in a little bit and then link it up like that. Very good. That will take care of that and that. Now, down here. Housing, all the things that people want to live with. You've got the gondola in, so let's slam in the O2 that they like so much, because they like that O2. Same with this over here. Oh no, there's a rock in the way. What am I going to do? I got the solution for that. We have the solution. We have a solution, people. Yep. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And wow, that's a lot of water. It's more than enough water for these little guys. All right, there we go. Yes. take you out. Laser beam lady, where are you at? Are you up here? I can't remember where I put my latest laser beams at. Oh, there she is. Hello. How are you? Good. Listen, I got a rock in my way. Can you take care of that for me? Sure can. I'm just going to get you a line right up on this sucker. Yep. Yep, there's one. Is that another one? Yep. And the big mushroom. Yep. It can go. Anything else inside here? We're going to leave that rock there for a while. Oh, I realize. Oh, look at that. I got another laser targeting system right here. Oh, look at that. Well, we can use that one later. Do you want to blast? You know what? We'll leave these ones for the end of the stream so I can blast these out of the way, and we'll get some really good glow shots from the buildings. That should look really good. All right, get that housing in there to get started, and you got to hook these up to a highway system, dude. Or this isn't going to work very well. Okay, well, just give me a second. I was going to say, you got these gondolas coming in here, but that's not really going to help you any, dude. Okay. Do that. And we'll do these. Oh, that's right. You got to blast them out of the way, so we'll take care of those in a minute. Blasting people. We gotta blast some stuff. All right, there we go. Gondolas. Exit ramps on gondolas. We're gonna have you come out here, and I'm not. Oh, my bad. I didn't realize I hooked you to the wrong one. Don't get all upset with me now. Yeah. Now the game's all confused. Like, oh, what are you doing? And I'm like, listen, just calm down, game. Like, holy smokes, you'd think I was pulling teeth here or something. All right, there we go. We want to leave enough room here to make sure that I can put in farms or good meals later on at any point in time, right? So we'll have you come out, have you come up this way, and we'll hook you right in there like that. A little bit of a funny intersection. Yeah, come on, game. I know. I hooked you into a road with stuff on it. Come on, figure it out. All right, there we go. And then these are the last two, right? Yes, they are. So we have our O2s and stuff hooked up. Look, you got to hook this up going this way. Okay. There's one. There's two. And hook that in there. This is, of course, allowing the population and find foods to make their way over here. Yeah, come on, game. There you go. There's one, there's two. So find foods, of course, we do them in the canyon. It's a lot easier just to do find foods alongside the sectors themselves. Transporting find foods all over the place, that's just a hassle, right? Like, it's just easier to do find foods in its own little thing right beside the city, and then just transport it from there, because it's just, you have your basic three main sectors of industry, and then the find food stuff, it might as well just stay out of the way. Like, you're not gonna set up an entire field of transporting these things. I'm not anyway. I think that's, it's just, you might as well make them just part of the city, right? I find it's just, creates less traffic, less congestion all around. All right, there we go. You didn't put the schools in for these, dude. I didn't? Oh, I didn't either. Okay, well, put the schools in. Wonder why I didn't do that. Well, I mean, you were probably kind of busy at the time. You probably didn't think of it too much. That kind of thing. Okay. Sure. I mean, if that's the story you're going to tell yourself, well, it's the story I'm going with. Wow. Look at that. Look at that corner right. Look at this little piece right up here. I'm not going to be able to get that guy. So I'm going to have to do this. And then what am I going to do down here? Something like that and something like that. Yeah, okay, that works. I'll make it work. So something there, and then, yep, rotate this way, dude. Right there, and then, where did I put them last two? Right. I need you to do that, and I don't know, somewhere around here, and then, all right, well, that'll do. That'll make the school system happy anyway. All right, there we go. All right, let's hit the play button very slowly, And watch the laser come on. Yes, we like it when the laser turns on. Right beside the brand new school. It's perfectly fine. The kids get to watch something fun out the window every day. Oops, guess what you forgot, Max? You forgot the power. You goof. Yeah. All right. Yep. Power. Who needs power? Well, you do. And you forgot it. So what are you going to do about that? Yeah, that's a mess. I must admit. I got to think about it now. How do I get... I must admit, I kind of haven't been paying attention how I've been adding power to these things lately. So, let's do... can I do this? And then have that go over here to this? No, it's too far away. Yeah, you hate all that. You hate all that, dude. Yep. Well, we're going to do it this way for now. Okay, that will do. And now you need to drag these lines this way. And then over this way. And then down here a little bit. Right in front of the big yellow laser beam. Aw, yeah. And then we'll get you into this cube here. Where the big laser beam is shooting at the moment. You know it. And then we'll do... Oh, come on, you can make that. There we go. So a little stretching never hurt anybody. There we go. There's some power. All the things. You're really not happy with this power line, are you? No, he's not happy with this power line. Listen, you got to fix that. Well, after I blow up that mushroom, he'll be perfectly fine with it. Listen, just do that. All right, there we go. Are you happy now? Yes. Yes, you are. Okay, now, this way we have... Let's go make sure that we didn't blow everything. Man, let me tell you. Sometimes I wonder. We should have lots of traffic coming down here. Zip! All right, there we go. Do we have traffic, people? Please tell... Well, we're not going to have traffic right away because we need home appliances first. Well, I mean, they're not even upgrading yet. You're coming down here for no reason, Max. These guys haven't even upgraded to their first level yet. Like, are you going to let them at least give them like 3 minutes to get rid of the O2 symbols that you got up here? Sure. Yeah, like they're not even asking for like home appliances yet, dude. They're barely on survival food and water. Do you think they're worried about like their next computer when they're like barely surviving? Gee, you make it sound like I'm so bad to these people. Anyway, so okay. Well, we'll let them go ahead for a minute. That's fine. Let's have a look at this industrial robots. So the cool part about industrial robots, like a lot of these builds, they all are basically the same tech, right? And I did notice the color road. I want to come back to that comment. I'll come to the comment now. Yeah, it's too bad you couldn't label color roads. It would really help designs, right? And yeah, to a degree, I don't know. I think it'd be. What I wish they had was an overlay. I don't know if I'd want to change the color of the roads themselves because I like the looks of the roads. They look awesome. But I would like to have an overlay, like how they have like a plumbing overlay, like the plumbing overlay, or like a pipes overlay or something, where I could then color this and say like, okay, yeah, make this like red and orange and all that stuff. I think that would be really cool because then I could say, oh, okay, blah blah blah. This road here, this road is for Sector 7, and Sector 7 gets all its stuff over there. I think that's the way I would do that. So yeah, but to differentiate the color, the roads themselves, would actually be kind of nice. Because I mean, I can confuse myself sometimes. I mean, don't get me wrong, it looks awesome, but I do confuse myself sometimes when you're watching a lot of little dots move around like this. Like, I'm not an ant. So I would get lost in this pretty easy, right? Just saying. All right. Industrial robots. The nice part about industrial robots is that it follows a pretty standard convention, right? In fact, you'll notice a lot of the stuff we do follows a very standard convention. We have basically three sections, right? Section 1 is your, electronics microchip section, right? And that is this section right here. Section 2 is your nanotube section and everything that's around that, of course, and that is in this sector. And then, of course, you have here the neural processors sector, and then usually what it is you need. And science shows this off really, really good. Science shows this off really nice. So you'll notice here, this is our science sector. All right. So blue and green science are boring. Okay. So, I mean, let's be honest. Blue science is just carbon, right? You just throw down carbon processors. And green science, yes, is electronics and blue science packs, but that's all these are, right? Anything after that, though, like when you want yellow science, you got to get into the fancier stuff. And all of these are based on the same design, like 3-sector design. So usually your first sector is, like I said, the chips. The second sector is the tubes. And the third sector, of course, is the neural processors. So sometimes you use those neural processors in AI control units. Sometimes you don't use them in anything. Sometimes you just want the neural processors themselves, which, of course, is what science wants, right? Oops, wrong button there. Thanks, left hand. And, of course, sometimes you don't need neural processors. You just need the nanotubes. And nanotubes are their own little world, right? So, like in this case, they want lots of nanotubes, but they couldn't care less about neural processors. The nice part about my little 3-system design is that it can be tailored to basically the needs you need at the time, right? So, like these neural processors can be used in these radiation cores, which of course they're actually using them from these sunflower things and all the other craziness. Oh, gee whiz, it's crazy, right? But basically the design works really well in a lot of instances, and that's what we got over here. So here, of course, are home robots. And of course, we use these builds. The only thing about robots is you need motors, but we do motors outside of this assembly because it's just easier to track the motors outside in their own little build. But we have, besides that, neural processors and electronics. Well, you just have a few extra electronics, and here's your neural processors, which of course are using nanotubes, and you can have yourself a factory. Now, in this case, we're going to do the same thing here. So we've got industrial robots. And as you can see, they're the exact same formulation. We like that. Wow, except these factories are bigger. I forgot about that. They make these ones. They make these ones a little bit bigger. So I gotta make some room here. 1, 2. I don't know why they make these so big. Why are these so big? I can squeeze these in, people. This isn't the first challenge I've had. Do that. Look at that. See, I'm gonna get these in here. Try and stop me. There's 4. Look at that. 4 factories, and we'll let them build up a little bit. How about you stretch this road out a little bit? Give them a little room. Oh, I know, game. I just touched a thing, and you're gonna lose your mind. You're gonna lose your mind, mister. All right, I know. All right, it's fine. All right, there we go. So we now have industrial robots being made. What are we gonna do with those? I don't know. What do you want to do with them? Well, we could cycle them back into these guys. I mean, they would really like it. But I would really love to give, I'd like to do one factory of them and then one factory, give them down here. Wow, that's actually pretty fancy. I know, right? I think it would be really nice if we gave the VR education guys a free break, right? We'll give them some high-tech robots. So to get the VR guys their high-tech robots, we got to give them an extra highway. So you're going to have to do that. All right. Let me see. Is that going to cause me a lot of problem? Well, yes and no. Actually, what you can do is you can build a road in the back of this and then take them robots down there. Okay, cool. That's an idea. All right. So let's prepare for that. In fact, we're going to use a 3-lane road here. Make sure that's like right there. 1, 2, 3. I didn't put I have spot for a third one. If we need a third one, I can always put it in. I haven't quite decided yet whether or we can build one today. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. All right. Let's come right up to there. Now let's put this road in the back of this. Little diabolical. I mean, I must admit, this highway configuration for delivering raw material has worked out really good. Has worked out better than expected. Well, actually, no. I was expecting it to work really good, and it is working really good. And it should be working really good. Actually, because I designed it, of course, and I'm patting myself on the back. Gosh darn it. Okay, do that. Okay, we have arrived here, because there's nothing past this point. Nothing exciting, anyway. Now, what we want to do is we're actually going to allow these guys to hook on to this road. So we're going to do this, and I actually don't want them to hook onto the road until after this point. We'll do it right here. Now, this is just some forward-thinking planning on my part. If I were to hook the road on right there to that intersection, you know what? I can do that. I just got to use lines. This is actually a good lesson to do lines with at the same time, so let's do that. So let's do this, and we're now going to set up the road lines. I don't want the industrial robots having free reign anywhere, right? So in this case, at this intersection, we're going to change this to do this. Yeah, do this, do that. I don't want them, I'm not allowing them to make a left-hand turn. They either got to go straight over or don't come down here. There. That way, the only thing they can do is go in to help the VR education factory. Okay. So that is that one there. And then down here, same deal. Which road do you want to give them here, Max? Well, you got to give them a road. That's the road for robots. This is the road for iron. Okay, well then give them that road because that's what you gave them on the other one. All right. Do this, do that. Let's check the road network on that. Okay. It's not pretty, but I'll let it go. Now here, same deal, dude. You don't want these guys making a left-hand turn. So they can do this. They can do some of this. Do that. Get rid of that. Do this. Oh, thanks, autosave, for everything. I really appreciate that. Not. And there we go. Okay, so now we're gonna once we get them robots up and running, I'm gonna come back here. We'll make sure that they're fully loaded up. How you guys doing down here? Oh, okay. You're making me some robots. The first thing I should actually do with these robots is cycle them on themselves, right? Nothing like giving yourself free robots. So this is the first thing you should do is give yourself the free robots. There we go. That way, your own industry can do that. Yeah, free robots, people. Free robots. I'm all about free robots. All right. But you have to make sure you allow that. All right. There we go. Really? I mean, you guys are really slow. Like, what is the crank out on this? 60 seconds a robot. What's the home robots like? Are they faster? No, they're 60 seconds too, I guess. I guess it just feels like they're really slow. Now, I say that, but robots don't really get used very fast, right? They're a 0.2 minute resource down in the buildings, and I'm assuming they're like a 0.2 resource being used over here. Like, it doesn't really say how fast it consumes them, but I'm going to assume it's a 0.2 a minute, so chances are it's probably not like really intense. And then we're going to take this, put it down here like that. Let's also get this one up and running just so as we have it ready. Do that. Do this. And then grab these. Since these guys are really slow at getting picked up here, we'll help them out a little bit. We'll get them juiced up and get them going. That way they can get started early, and I don't fall asleep waiting for them to, like, you know, get on with life and stuff. Meanwhile, you need to put this road in here. That is going to cause a little red symbol to appear because they're like, dude, you have two dead ends coming together. Are you a goof? And I'm like, no, I'm eventually going to plug you in. Just calm down, all right? Don't you give me a hard time. Now for the districting of the things. What are we going to allow these robots to do? I don't know. I haven't got a clue. Robots. People, robots. What are we going to allow the robots to do? And I know that looks really shaky, and it's on purpose. I see someone the other day posted on the forum saying that, hey, why aren't these square? I'm like, yeah, why aren't these square, right? Like, squares. You have a square grid. Everything is square. Why isn't your district tool square? Like, it just drives me crazy. I am in 100% agreement. It's hip to be square, people. It's hip to be square. Anyway, what are we going to allow with these guys? And I need to be able, like, I should be able to make this down to a single little circle. Like, I should be able to, like, square, people. Square. Because, like, now I'm going to have to do some really jinky stuff here, right? So let's say I'm going to give these to my nanotube factories, right? Well, now I'm going to have to do this, right? But then I got to do this little maneuver like that, right? Just to get that little strip of buildings right there. Okay. Yup. And then I have to come over here and then strip away. Okay, so I'm going to allow I'm going to allow the industrial robots to cycle on themselves and juice up my nanotube factories in there. Let's see, where else are we going to do things? I see you made districts over here. What'd you do that for? Oh, I remember why I did that. The steel guys, boy, they love to send their steel everywhere when you don't have them flagged. I'll come back to that in a minute. So down here, what are we going to allow the robots to do? We're going to allow them to do this. Boop. Yeah, that's it. Boop. Boop. And slowly but surely, we're going to work our way down here. Yeah, I want them to be able to do VR education only. Dude, you're missing a building. Why are you missing a building? You know you're missing a building, right? I'll tell you right now. You got a problem, sir. You're missing a building. One of these buildings, actually. Do you want one? Okay, here you go. You can have one. Oh, you're in district mode. Darn it. Here, have a building. Okay, go back to district mode and fix that mess you just made. Sure. Zip. There you go. And boop. There we go. Okay, we're going to do that. Now, what about home robots? Okay. Let's get in here for home robots. And zip. And then, of course, I'm going to have to do this little maneuver. That's not going to work. Let's try it again. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I mean, I got an idea. We'll do it this way. Sure, somewhere's around there. You started way too soon there, Max. Zip. There we go. That worked. Did it really? Because it looked kind of clunky. But it did work, even if it was clunky. It still worked. You know. There you go. And then you gotta zip. And then zip. All right, there we go. Next ones. Oh, gee. We really need a better tool for this, people. That's not gonna work. We definitely need a better tool for this. There we go. And come back this way. And then we got to get rid of this. Like that. And then over here, we got to get rid of this one. Like that. All right. And we'll do this right there. And then we'll come out here. All right, there we go. All right, so Now, just to point out what this is, so steel. Let's turn on steel. Aluminum ore, steel. There we go. So this steel can only feed these robot factories, and that's because if I didn't do that, they have a really bad habit of making their way out onto the highway and then finding themselves in all kinds of different locations, like science, right? Because science needs steel for their robots, and of course, without them being district off, what they were doing was they were finding their way out onto the road network and then coming over here and emptying themselves off into robots. Gee whiz, craziness. And then my robot guys were all short on steel, and they were like, we can't get any steel. And I'm like, why? You have all kinds of robot guys. And I'm like, no. And then that's what's going on there. So you can see I'm already got it pre-planned on that. All right, let's see. Turn the districts off for a second. Let's see now. What do we got packed away? 29. Oh, yeah, that looks really good. Okay, so before you turn that on, dude, because these things will just drive everywhere if I don't do something with them. Iridium alloy, industrial robots. Okay, we want this guy. This guy can feed these factories. Yeah, we'll just drag them to these highlighted areas. Do. Now this part, I like this part about districts. The shape tool stinks, but this part about districts is awesome. Because now I can just say, listen, I want only these guys to feed these buildings. And that's great. I really wish, if it wasn't for the terrible tool, the drawing tool, you know, look at that. I mean, the drawing tool stinks, but the control you have over where stuff can go is really kind of good. I do like that about districts. So I wish it's kind of like if they would just switch it over to a grid system, a square block grid system selector, instead of whatever that round tool is, you know, then I think we'd be good, right? Yeah, there we go. Now, this is probably overkill for this factory. I would think that this one factory should not need this amount of robots. I mean, I've got, 160 robots. Well, maybe 120? I don't know if it's 30 or 40 they hold. Anyway, there's a lot of robots here for these very little sectors. Like, so this should not be a big deal, right? Okay, so we'll just keep, we got a couple more to go. There we go. And 2 more of these, and then I got to have them cycle on themselves. And we haven't paused the game at any time here, right? I do have it running on normal speed, so this is why we're doing this a little carefully, obviously. Okay, so this guy here, I want this guy to be able to feed himself, and I want this guy to be able to feed himself at the same time. Okay, turn the districts off because that's really starting to hurt my eyes. There we go. And now let's hook up the roads and see what happens, because this should be bad. It'll be fine, Max. It's going to be fine. All right. Do that. Do this. There we go. Now, are you guys going to be smart enough to figure this out? All right, so they've pulled out. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess, why do you guys do that? Why? Just go straight in the lane. Yeah, do that. I hate how they hook that road up when it's a 2-to-1 like that. That's really funny. I suppose it's doing it over here too, right? Look at that. Yeah, it's exactly what it's doing. Look, just go straight ahead, would you? Yeah, go straight ahead. You know, stop that. Go straight ahead, dude. Oh, yeah, I see you sneaking out. That was very sneaky of you, sand truck. See? You gotta watch out for these guys. They're very sneaky. Right? No, stop for a second. Where's that guy going? Where's this guy going? I'm going to deliver 2 sand. Where are you going with your 2 sand? He's going all the way over here to deliver his 2 sand. These guys have enough sand miners. He doesn't need your 2 sand. He's got a sand guy right outside the door. He is fine. He does not need your 2 sand, my fine sir. Gee whiz, this is why you got to watch these guys. These guys are some tricky. Anyway, we won't worry about a few sand trucks being on the road. Where's this guy going? He is delivering his robots right here. He's going to all right, well, that's cool. I'll leave him turned on. Let's see how our city's doing. Oh yeah, look at this. This is level 6 upgraded. This looks good. All right, so we'll come back. We'll throw in some houses. I want to see this first truck make it to his destination. He's got a little bit of a travel time. He's got some traveling to do, right? He's got to drive up there, then drive over here, and then drive back down here. You know, it's all good, right? Yep, look at him go. And, of course, I've got this running on fast speed now, so the game's losing its mind. It definitely needs a performance update. Let's put it that way, right? I mean, the only thing I'm doing is building some factories and filling the city in the canyon, and there's already a performance issue, so they definitely need a performance update. Okay, there we go. He's coming in here. Look at him go. He's a hero. All right, he's going to come down in here. All right, you're going to take a shortcut, are you? You know you could have stayed on the road. It probably would have been faster if you just stayed on the road, right? But you didn't want to do that, did you? Nope. You decided, no, I'm going to drive this way. All right, well, you do that, dude. You know, it's all good. You do whatever it is you're doing. We got some traffic here. That's a little concerning. He didn't seem to get tied up in the traffic though. He's fine. I don't know why we got traffic there all of a sudden, but I'm a little nervous about that. We'll check that in a minute. Let's see. Okay, he's coming down in here, and he has arrived. He's driven in. Let's have a look to see what he's got. He now has 100%. So now, instead of 3 workers, I'm assuming he's only going to have to need 2 workers now. Yeah, reduces your workforce requirement by 1 worker. So I'm assuming now I get, like, even though the worker number hasn't changed, I'm assuming that's, I'm pretty sure they used to change that number, and that used to say 2 out of 3 while you had robots. I don't know if it doesn't update now or what, but anyway, nevertheless, we know she got a worker. Let's go have a look at my things down here. We'll let that run. We'll get our next set of housing in here. Oh wow, the game's really chuggy now. Okay, listen, let's go back to normal speed here for a minute because the game's losing its mind. Okay. Do that. Yeah, throw some more housing in here, dudes. We're all about that natural growth. Okay. Okay, there we go. Boom, boom. All the things. Okay, and we'll give it a little oxygen O2 in the backside. Okay, and a little O2 on this side. Oh, thanks, autosave. Yep, there we go. So I must admit, I don't know if this is even going to save properly. Of course, I got a wonderful error when I was loading the game. So all this work could be for nothing. I'm hoping it's not. That's really going to bum me out. But we'll see what happens. Let's get a little bit more housing in here, I guess. Sure. Do that and this. That and that. Just get a little bit more of this housing up and running. Okay, and a little food there. All right, now for you guys. This side of the factory. I don't know why I didn't put any housing in there, but whatever. We'll get that up and running now. And we'll get these. At least we're trying not to run into duplicity here. There we go. Okay, and we'll get 3 down this side. Okay, yeah, come on, dude, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. It's the big issue is, you know, when do you, you know, when does a game become unplayable when, you know, once you've reached a certain limit, right? All right, there we go. You gotta put in the O2 though. Don't starve the people. Put in the O2, dude, so they can keep breathing. Oh, thanks. I'll get to you in a minute. You can't put anything there either. I need Laser Lady to take care of that stuff. Okay. Where is Laser Girl? Laser Girl is not too far away, I don't think. Where is Laser Girl? Oh, she's right here. Okay. Listen, I need you to pew-pew something here for me. I need you... where'd it go? Where's the thing that... yeah, I need you to pew-pew some rocks here. All right. Pew, pew. Oh, no, you went away. You know what? New laser lady. See? Look at that. Hello. How are you? Would you please pew-pew these rocks for me? Boom. That's right. Yeah, do that. Yeah. Oh, well, okay. You don't have to do that one. No, I'll save that rock for later. Yeah, that's right. Pew. Gotta like having the Death Star beam coming down from space to blast away a little pebble. It's perfectly fine. While everybody in this big, huge building over here is like staring at the laser beam just outside the windows, are like, hey, that looks pretty dangerous. And you're like, yeah, I know it is. So now let's double check to see how the districts are doing. How are you guys doing? Okay, well, you're taking guys out. You have 4, 4, 4, and 4. Wow. Okay. Oh, no, you have 40. My bad. I was looking at the wrong numbers. Yeah, like, these are hardly being used at all. I mean, I could make these 2 factories work, like, all day long, right? That is the nice part about industrial robots. I mean, if you let them go loose, then yeah, they'll lose their minds, okay? Because they'll try to fill every building up that you can. But what you got to do with industrial robots is you got to be smart about them. You should just direct them to the buildings that you really, really want to focus on. So that way, you don't need nearly as many of them, and at the same time, the buildings that you do allow industrial robots to go to get the benefit, right? So like these are definitely getting a benefit. I don't think these guys are though, right? No, and they shouldn't, right? Because this is what the whole district, this is why we used districts in the first place. Districts should only be allowing these 2 buildings to get the industrial robots, which of course is making things so much easier for us. Now, because they're being so well behaved, I am going to make these a little bit bigger for them. Here, you guys can have all these buildings. Yeah, I know. It's scary. It's very scary. I know I'm scared. Let me tell you. Zip. Yep, there we go. Yep, zip. Okay. And we'll definitely see some action going on here now. But if I were to let these robots loose on like the entire thing, those industrial robot factories would run out of robots within like minutes, right? There would be nothing left. It would totally destroy them factories. But by controlling how much they can actually do, we definitely get better benefit out of them, right? There you go, dudes. Have at it. All right, turn that off. And I'm assuming this guy over here is slightly losing his mind. Yes, he is. He's letting trucks go very quickly. Yep, he definitely did that. But that's to be expected. I was only allowing them 18 buildings. I'm now allowing them to do what? 6 is 36, 40. So I went from 6 to over 50 buildings, right? So these guys are like emptying out big time. Like they're like, holy smokes, this guy just wants us to do all the work now, right? And that's fine. There was 160 robots here. There shouldn't be more than 160. We didn't do more than 160 buildings, so we should be okay. Should be more than enough here to handle that. All good in the neighborhoods. Meanwhile, Mr. Laser Tag down there is handling all the laser tag stuff. Do I expand you guys a little bit? Am I going to be nice that way here as well? Sure, we can try to be nice. But if you're not very nice to me, I'm going to take back my ball and go home. All right, there we go. You guys can do this too. The neural processors will love this. Neural processors love it whenever you give them anything for free. Sure. There we go. Neural processor time, people. Neural processor time. No, come back up here, dude. I need you to be right there. There we go. And oh, no. I need no. That's it. Do it that way. Yeah. Don't cut them guys off. All right, there we go. That'll give them a little bit more to do as well. And yep, they're losing their control as we speak, as they send out their cars, and they're like, "Holy smokes, what's going on in our lives?" And they're like, "Yeah, it's not fine. It's fine." You know, like, yeah. I mean, you're gonna send them some robots, guys. Like, don't, you know. And again, it's really too bad we didn't have a car follow cam. I have to do this manually, but we'll manually follow the car cam. Look at these green circuits over here, sneaking out. Where are you going, mister? You know what? I want to know where you're going. Where are you going? You are going that way somewhere. Well, I'm going to follow you, mister, because I am very disappointed that you're trying to sneak out of here with your green circuits. Yeah, gee whiz, you're actually getting ahead of me here. Let's go with normal speed here for a second. Yes, I see you sneaking out of here. Yep. You're a bad guy, you know? And that's why we try to do the best we can with our one-way roads, because it prevents a lot of that stuff. But once you start interconnecting stuff like this, it's almost impossible to prevent all of it. But we try to do the best we can. It's what keeps traffic away. Let's have a look at traffic over here, by the way, as we are now expanding these roads. We should have more. We have vehicles on the roads, but nothing, again, this is very, I would call this very standard normal traffic. Like, there's not a lot of heavy traffic on these roads. I mean, look, it's just the occasional car for that guy. He's like, yeah, I got you, right? I mean, it looks great. We like it. We like the road network and how it looks. You know, I could make a GIF or something like that and just post this on my wall. And people would stare at it all day. It'd be great, right? Because everybody likes it when you see, you know, little motion like this in all the things. It makes it really nice that way. Wow. My eyes are playing tricks on me, because like I'm watching this lane over here and I see, like, it almost looks like there's a streak. Like when the red ones go by, look at see the red streak behind the red vehicles? It's almost like they're going so fast they're leaving visual streaks behind them. I'm like, wow. You know, well, I don't know what I'm taking today, but it must be good, because I'm pretty sure, like, you can see the little red streak behind them. Am I not? Maybe is the game getting so chuggy that it's leaving behind a ghost image or something? I don't know. Anyway, nevertheless, it does look cool though. It does look cool. All right. It's exactly what it's supposed to do though. And notice the rest of these are very stable. Look at these buildings. They are in great shape. Let's have a look actually at my food production. I'm a little concerned about this. Like, this one is totally in use, which is not good. What's about these guys? 0, 2, 0. Ooh, that's not good. I think I'm going to have to build more here really fast. Oh, well, this guy's totally full. He's got 2 20s and an 8. What about these guys? He's got 2 20s and a 4, so there's no need to panic. I don't know why these guys aren't are calling so much food from one source, but that's all right. I think what we'll do is while we'll expand a little bit of road network here, get ready to add another farm anyway, and boop. Really, you're going to give me a bunch of red warning labels. All right. Well, then let's do it this way, and then come down here, and right to about here. Yep. And then we'll take the other one, go the other way. Works that way. Very good. Now, again, the main industrial factories are provided by Gondola, but spaceship landings and fine foods are provided by this highway system to all the sectors. That's what's going on here. Where do you want to put this food factory in at, Max? Let's put it in over here. You need a road. All right, there you go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that going to work for us? I think so. We'll do that. You gotta take this little piece out of here. So you need food factory. Food factories. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I know you guys don't have power yet. Just relax, would you? I'm not even doing anything with you guys yet. Do that. I know. Now I've put buildings down. That was a mistake. As soon as you put buildings on roads, holy smokes, it loses its mind. Do that. Do this. And come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Do that. Okay. And very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Done. Works for me. Now I got to bring some power down here for these guys because, of course, they're losing their minds, right? Sure. I know there's no power in the network. Blah blah blah. Listen, just give me a second, would you? Holy smokes. Okay. Okay, I'm going to bring you up here and plug into that. All right, is that all happy now? Are you guys all happy? Yes. You need an inroad and an outroad. The inroad is for the sulfur. The outroad is for the food itself. So we'll do this for the inroad. Because this will cause a lot of traffic, and why not? This will be the outroad. There we go. Sulfur has to come from a long way. There's only one sulfur patch. This here, by the way, this is the only copper on this side of the map. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. This one copper patch, though. This is the only copper on this whole side of the map, which, of course, is kind of weird. There's not a lot of sulfur over here either. This here is one of the few places for sulfur, so it's we use this. Okay, let's ramp up some sulfur here, just because I'm being a little proactive. We don't want people starving to death today. There we go. And we have the workers for it. And this is why I don't usually go for industrial robots. I don't usually need them. Industrial robots are great for if you're really having a hard time with population. But I find that by the time you really need industrial robots, you really don't need industrial robots anymore. Because, I've got 19,000 people almost, but I only have 13,000 jobs. I get 6,000 extra people, right? And, I mean, yeah, industrial robots sounds great, except that when you have an extra 6,000 people, you're not worried about saving one job, right? Like, one job. What's one job going to do for you? Nothing, right? So, that's why I don't usually go with industrial robots, just because, there's no real function for them. As long as you're planning the city out properly, they're not really going to save you any. In fact, I had to use workers to make this happen, right? I mean, each one of these takes 3 workers. These guys take 3 workers. These guys are taking 2 workers. Here, there's 3 workers, and the factories themselves take 3 workers. I probably used 100 workers or 200 workers just in these two factory outlets to make industrial robots to save 200 workers. So I don't know. I don't. Industrial robots for me overall is just kind of a maybe. I don't know. It's just it doesn't seem very like, there's not enough turnaround for me, especially when I have an extra 6,000 people wanting to work, right? In fact, the more population you get in on a map, the bigger this number even spreads out, right? So, like in the Cube series, well, by the time I had 100,000 people, I think I was only employing I think I was employing like 75,000 of them. I had 25,000 people that I could, that were just sitting at home watching Netflix, space Netflix, or they're watching space YouTube, right? From Xandar, right? Xandar Tube, and I had 25% unemployment, so they were all sitting just at home watching Xandar Tube, which is fine, I guess, but probably not really. Listen, dudes, what's your problem in life? Did I not hook you up to the power network? Yes, I did. Then what's your problem? Are you seriously out of range? Okay, well, you're not out of range now, are you? No. Why can't you show me that? I hate it that doesn't show me that. All right, well, it's barely in network. It's in the network, but barely in the network. It'll be in the network when I do this, when I do these cubes here, but anyway, nevertheless. Anyway, I know there's like some sulfur guys coming along here at some point in time. I'm assuming that's what's being delivered here now, right? Well, we have meat. Oh, you guys delivering your extra meat over here. Look, these guys got all kinds of meat. They don't need your meat. So anyway, meanwhile, we got level 4 buildings. I would say those are level 4s. Yes, they are. Number 4 on top. They'll be going to level 5 here soon. Yes, yeah, they're all waiting for good meals. We do have some level 5s here already. That's nice. That means VR will be delivered in the gondolas shortly. Is that what we got coming down here now? Yep, look at that. 14 VR educations coming down the tubes. You betcha. So that is all working really well. Like that. Gotta like it. Now, hurry up and get your sulfur, would you guys? Let's see. Do you guys all get your robot guys? Yes, you did. You all got robot guys. Look at that. Everybody's got robots. Industrial robots. So, let's have a look. Now that everybody's got industrial robots, what's the impact on these 2 factories over here? None. They are perfectly content to do that all day. Yeah, like there's 160 in each of these. So we could keep expanding our districts to cover even more territory, or I could even use these to do something else, like science. Oh, yeah. Now, again, do I need the population? No. But, I mean, it's a thing, I guess. How are we doing? I haven't even checked. 1,306. Why am I not surprised for Friday the 13th that we would have 1,300 animadium, or whatever it's called. Animine? Gee. Who makes up these words, right? Words are difficult already. Who made these words up? Because I'll tell you right now, I didn't. Anyway, are you going to do something for us? Yeah, drill a hole for me, would you? I mean, I spent a lot of money getting you here, dude. So you can, kick the tires and light the fires, Big Daddy. Spin this thing up. I want to see some motors running. Oh, what? You didn't do anything yet. Listen. Now, actually, coming back to the whole train dilemma, this rocket points out the exact problem with this game in turn. So, this here is looking for gas, right? It takes 10 gas to run this thing, okay? There's currently 32 being delivered, all right? And they're now being delivered, right? So, yep, there goes Rocket Drill. And as soon as I'm done watching this, I'm going to continue on with my point, right? So here, yes, dig in there, big guy, with all the rocket engines. Yeah, there we go. Nice. I like it when I like some of the automation. Some of the automation you get is really cool. Yeah, boom. That's right. We're digging out all the precious metals, unobtainium. Right? And when the Avatar guys attack, we're just going to drill them up. You betcha. I'm going to use my big space laser to shoot all the things. You bet. But now let's talk about back to this, right? So here we are, currently being delivered 26. Okay, but why are you making that request now, right? I happen to know for a fact, okay, all right, I have 3 patches of methane being mined as we speak. Look, there's all kinds of methane here just sitting in storage, waiting for somebody to say, hey, deliver me. So why is it not being, why is it taking so, that's the calculation problem of the game. This highlights it perfectly. So yes, gas is being delivered. And yes, it is making the request for that gas. But the problem is that between the requesting and the amount we have on hand is really a problem, right? Where, this building should be requesting hundreds of it. It should be saying, hey, you know what? Maybe they should be increasing the requestment to be 124. To say, look, I can ask, I need 10 at a time. So if it takes you 40 seconds to deliver that, then I'm gonna request all the gas, right? Or again, these depots, these warehouses, if we could store gas in the warehouses to then be delivered, right? Have some sort of check mark to say, okay, store, what do you want to store in this warehouse? Well, I'd like to store gas and a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And then it could just deliver the gas right from here to here. That would be great. But see, this thing continuously doesn't run because it's waiting for gas when there's almost 500 gas sitting down there waiting to be delivered somewhere. And it's just not being asked for. So this is a mechanic about the game that needs to be addressed. Now, that being said, I love the game. Okay, I love this game. The game's really great, really awesome. But it does have a few flaws around that. Its designated requesting system definitely needs to be looked at because the cities collapse an awful lot for just silly things like, oh, look, I have 400 robots sitting over there in that factory, but I'm only allowed to request 6 at a time, and I'm not allowed to request those 6 until I'm down to 1. That makes no sense. If there's over 100 home appliances sitting over in them factories waiting for somebody to ask for them, ask for it right now, dude. Ask for it, right? Why aren't you asking for it right now? You're down 2, right? Ask for 2 robots. Ask for it right now. Don't wait until you're down to 1 before you ask for it and then fall apart when it doesn't arrive in time. That's the same as that drill. Why is it waiting to ask for that gas? And why can't it hold more? So I think that's why it's still early access. I think that's the mechanic they still have to look at. Otherwise, you're just going to continuously have this problem of having buildings collapse on themselves because, especially on these very big maps that just can't deliver fast enough. And again, I don't know if that's the train is the problem, because the train, I think, adds an additional complication to the calculation of that, and I think that's the issue. Anyway, so that is my whole theory on delivery in InfraSpace, right? I mean, that's the whole thing. Again, though, when it comes to the game in general, I love the game, right? I mean, I've got 600 plus hours in this game. I love the game. The game is not. The game in principle is not the issue. The issue is that as early access goes, I think they still have a few things they got to work out in the game, and that is definitely one of them. They've got to work out their delivery system, their mathematical calculation system, whatever it's called, to, one, allow more delivery to happen. Just allow it to happen in general. And that way we can get stuff, right? We want to get stuff. Deliver the stuff today, right? Hey, we're consumerism. Buy now. Buy now, buy later. Buy all the things, right? Feel free to buy. We'll have all the stuff, please, right now. Feel free to deliver all the things. they will take it and they will love it, people. They are going to love the things I buy them. So be sure to deliver all the stuff. Don't hold back. Anyway, that's my viewpoint on it. My 1.3 cents worth of viewpoint. Are you gonna? What are you doing here, Max? Oh, there's I was gonna say, where's the other one? I'm expanding two sectors here at a time. Where's the other sector at? All right, you can't have that there on that power pole, and that power pole has to stay, dude. So it is what it is. Okay, well, we'll run some down this side, and something to there. Sure, it works for me. And let's get the rest of this housing in. I think I went all crazy on that last one and even filled in these ones, so I think I'll do that over here too. Okay, there we go. Now, I could get a building in here and a farm in here by putting in a little road, but we're at the point in the game where putting in roads with buildings is so hard on the system that for these cubes, it's just better for me to leave them blank, right? I call it the courtyards now. All these little buildings are getting nice little courtyards where they can stare at the alien grass and stuff like that. That's what I'm going with, people. That's what I'm going with, because it makes it sound friendly and happy and stuff. That's what we're doing. Do I need this many farms? No. One thing I do all the time is I way over simple farm. I always put way too many simple farms in. And then later on, what I would do, and I did this with the Cube series, I had to go back through afterwards and actually take farms out to put more buildings in to push that series to 100K, right? So it's a thing. It's a thing. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. How you guys doing, by the way? Are you making me lots of food? I hope so. Yeah, you've got 20. You've got 20. Yeah, these all got 20. And they're even delivering food. So we got more than enough food happening again. It's all goods. Dude. Did I hook up the wrong thing here? Oh, no. You're okay. You're for the next sector. That's not you. You're for next week, dude. You're for next week. You're for my finale episode. You two are my finale. That's right. You two are wrapping up the series for me. So don't worry about that. Let's head on over here just to kind of wrap things up, to have a look at our industrial robot factories, all the things. Look at this. Yeah, oh yeah, these guys aren't even working. I mean, our districts are working really good, right? Look at this. Everybody's got robots. These guys love robots. Yeah, no problem there. Robots are loved by everybody. What do we got going over here? Oh, yeah, it's Robot Central over here, right? Yeah, everybody likes robots over here. These guys aren't hurting. No, their storage is full. It's all happy. They've got robots, all the things. Oh, there's autosave again. Thank you very much, autosave. Come on, there you go. I know, it's getting chuggy. That's for sure. It's getting chuggy. Science is looking good. The drill is looking good. I wish you'd call more gas all the time, dude, but you don't. You drive me crazy. And here I thought science would be the slowdown, right? No, science isn't the problem at all. Look, I've got 72 red science for this drill. The problem is gas. It just doesn't call it fast enough. It's calling the max that it can because its max is 40, but it just doesn't. It's not fast enough. You know, I cannot deliver this gas any faster than it's calling for it, which is a shame, really, because I could drill all day here on Friday the 13th with 1,300 gas or animanium drilled. So this all looks good. You guys are behaving yourselves. Oh yeah, look, I love watching all the traffic. Yep, traffic is awesome. Yep. And see, this is what I was worried about this over highway about, but it does seem to be okay. It's not totally losing its mind yet. Anyway, yeah, it seems to be all right. Yeah, everybody get into the proper lane. Don't wait to the last second, people, because if you wait to the last second, You're going to get cut off. Listen, are you going to tell me what's on the side of your trucks now? Really, it's another bad angle for these guys. I really want to. It's like magnetic. Yeah, magnetic transport. All right, well, that's fine. Again, I didn't understand. I like new labels on the trucks. I just didn't recognize they put labels on the truck. It's magnetic transport. As far as I can tell, anyway. But everything is running really good here. Of course, let's find a nice spot. We'll find a nice highway spot to take us out on this one. Because, I mean, look at all the traffic coming down here. We'll have to go back to normal speed here because all these cars are losing all their minds as habitats are upgrading, people. We like upgrades. Upgrades are goods. And again, very little traffic on the road here. It's nice flow, nice even stream of traffic. Like, there's no real bottlenecks. We'll come up here to my favorite bridge to take us out. All the things. All right. Listen, do you want to shoot something with the laser pew-pew gun? All right. Where is my laser pew-pew gun? And really, did I lose the... How do I lose that thing? Oh, there it is. Yeah, come here. I want you to shoot something for me while I talk to the good people taking us out. All right, here. Shoot some of these plants in the back. These plants drive me crazy. Yeah, shoot that. Shoot that. Shoot this. Shoot the plants. All right, there we go. All right, so she's gonna shoot the plants for us while taking us out, and we'll get a nice angle here on all the traffic of the things. There we go. So what do we got coming up? So as mentioned, Factorio tomorrow is being moved to Sunday, and that's just because of real life. Right, real life takes place. So we're gonna do. We're working on the no spoon achievement in Factorio. We're at our 245, I think 240, and we've got Blue Science up and running, and robots is the next thing that we're gonna do on Sunday, which means we're gonna have to go to advanced oil. We got to do advanced oil. We've got to do robots, and I think blue chips might be on the cards, and of course we got to keep moving things forward, right? Because we've got 3 sciences. We're under 3 hours, which is good, and because we're about to have robots, it's all good in the neighborhood. Because when you have robots, well then, it sounds like it gets easier, but it never gets easier. But at the same time, it is showing you the whole point of the achievement is to show that, hey, you don't have to be a super speed runner to get the achievement. You just got to have a decent plan. So that's what's coming up on Sunday. And then, of course, the schedule will come out Sunday night. Next week, the finale of this will be next week. And then we're going to set this map aside. I noticed that they're working on the terraforming options now. So we got a nice preview of the trees today. So we're going to do a final episode on this next week. Of course, Factorio will be next week. Icarus Monday, of course, because it's Mondays, and that's what we do on Mondays. Mondays, people. That's what you do on Mondays. And so Icarus Monday will be there. And then, of course, we'll soon be having a new series coming up. Of course, Mr. Prepper comes out in March. So, of course, we haven't gotten to February yet, but it comes out March 10th. And, of course, Transport Fever 2 is supposed to have an update coming out here in February, which is why we'll be gearing up for that here momentarily. So, with that, I'm Max. This is InfraSpace GIGA. You betcha, because we're playing on the GIGA map, doing all the GIGA things with the super cool Mega GIGA laser here on Friday the 13th. Please don't shoot me with the laser. And it's all good in the neighborhood as we're watching all the traffic drive by. Average Dad, I want to thank you very much for hanging out, all the things. I want to thank all my viewerships and the recent subscribers and all the things as they scroll at the bottom of the screen. And for everybody that watches later on, I know all the different world locations, because that's the thing that everybody does. It's Saturday down in Australia, so Jamie's not here today, right? I'm assuming Jamie doesn't work on Saturday. And it's early in the morning. He's still sleeping down there. It's perfectly fine. So it's all good. No coffee run this morning because it's Saturday, right? It's all good in the neighborhood. I want to thank everybody for watching. And, of course, watch the links in the description of the video as if, for the socials, Discord, all the good stuff. And I will see you all on Sunday for Factorio, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.